Alrighty, good morning. It's about 7:15, 48 degrees out, and I'm doing a little 6-mile Slackpack back down to Hot Springs. Had Matt from Elmer's Sunnybank Inn drop me off up here, and I just realized, I knew this was going to happen at some point, but I forgot to answer yesterday's Would You Rather at the end of the day. I think the question was, would you rather be without internet for a week or electricity for 3 days? I would rather be without electricity for 3 days because I just do too many things on the internet, especially trying to post videos. It's been a chore to get a signal. The last hostel I stayed at the Discerning Hiker and even at Elmer's here have really bad Wi-Fi, so nothing's loading up. And I just like to sort of stay connected a little bit. I'm not out here to completely lose touch with humanity. I'd like to follow the news a little bit, and it's hard when you don't have any kind of connection. So I've lost electricity 3 times or several times for 3 days. It's survivable. You can do it. I think they're both survivable, but anyway, I'll think of another would you rather while I'm climbing up this little hill here and pose that question later. It's gonna be very short. It's only 6 miles, so won't have a lot of time to noodle on something. We'll make it easy. See you in a bit. All right, a couple minutes later, it's getting a little bit lighter. You can see what's going on now. I thought I would tell, so you can see I got my headlamp on. The lamp seems to be working, but when I plug the battery in, the light on the battery that shows if it's charged or not charged isn't lighting up. So I don't know if the battery got screwed up, and so I'm going to go to the outfitter in town and ask them if they sell replacement batteries, or I might have to order one and figure out where to send it and just conserve the use of my headlamp until I know I got one that's going to be able to be recharged. I don't do that much night hiking, so that might not be a problem. I think I'm going the right way. There's on the tree right there. I think it's a little bit of a road walk for a bit. Yeah, so I also have a couple of other chores I got to do in town today. Figure out how many days of resupply I need for, I think the next town is Irwin, Tennessee. So I got a lot of food from Gatlinburg still, because I ran into Fresh Ground 3 times, so you don't need as much food when you fill up at his place. And I got to run over to the Laughing Heart Hostel, which I showed you when I was coming into town yesterday. Got a text from Nichols last night. He is blazing ahead. He did 26 miles 2 days ago, did 20 miles yesterday. So he's like 20 miles ahead of me, but he thinks he left his tent stakes in their tenting field at the Laughing Heart Hostel. So I'm gonna run over there, see if I can find them for him. Fresh Ground's supposed to be there around lunchtime. Then he's gonna head 45 miles up trail for 3 days. So if I find him, I'll see if Fresh Ground will take him up to Nichols. We'll see if that works. So another beautiful sky in the morning. Getting ready to see the sun come up. And I'll check in a bit. How's that? Okay, here's today's easy or not super deep would you rather. Would you rather have dinner with Indiana Jones or Han Solo? 2 iconic Harrison Ford characters in 2 iconic movie franchises. And I'll think about that for a little while and check in, let you know what I think later. I'm a little torn on this one on my initial thinking, so we'll see. Indiana Jones or Han Solo for dinner? Who you sharing a meal with? See ya. All right, so how about this? Cool little pond right here on the side of the trail. There's the trees reflecting off the pond. Goes over there. A little bench, sit on if you want and check out the pond. Pretty cool. I think this is the first little body of water I've seen along the trail. Try to look up later what the name is, if it has a name. I'm sure it does. All right, so this is the back side of that pond. I just looked it up on Far Out. It just said dammed pond. And it said dammed pond with stagnant and unappetizing water. But that's a heck of a dam that was built at some point in time for some reason. But if that thing ever fails, that's just going to flood right down this little valley. I'm going to ask when I get back to Elmer's if anybody knows what that thing's all about. But that's pretty interesting to me to have kind of in the middle of nowhere, this dam being built. A little water trickling over it right over there. You can probably hear. Pretty interesting. Can't figure out why this would be here. It's things like that I like to think about when I'm walking along and thinking about things. So, see if we can do a little investigation down in Hot Springs and find out about the dammed pond. Not too shabby of a view. Looks like it'll be a little partly cloudy day. Sun's coming up over the hill behind me. There we go. Maybe it will be a sunnier day than I first thought. I'll climb here about 3 miles into my 6-mile day. Feeling good. My left heel is bothering me a little bit. I think it's the plantar fasciitis plantar fascia is a little cranky. I have a little ball that I'll use to roll it out when I get back to the inn in an hour or so. See if that helps. And I'm taking it pretty slow today, just to give the legs a little bit of a break. But you can see the cast in a shadow, so the sun's already starting to shine pretty bright. Gonna be a nice day in Hot Springs, North Carolina. So I'm getting my first glimpse of the French Broad River that passes right by Hot Springs. I'm gonna hike down to that, but there it is. I don't know if you can hear the rapids, but I can hear them up here. Apparently it gets pretty popular, a lot of kayakers and folks that come down do a lot of water sports on this as the weather warms up. So we'll probably see this again when I get down the hill a little bit more, but be back up and show you. What an amazing view right up here. Super, super cool. All right, walking up here to, I think this is Lover's Leap Rock. We'll take a look and see what that looks like here. Whoa, that's quite a view. The French Broad River. Some kind of plant or something there. It looks like they got a solar panel field out back. And let's see if I can walk on Lover's Leap Rock without falling in town. Right over here. I'll be heading right now. There's a little coffee shop down there, Artisans Cafe and Gallery, I think. I'm going to try and stop in and get a cup of coffee. You see all the way out there, let's see if I can zoom in. That is the Laughing Heart Hostel out there at the foot of the woods. That's where I got to go over and look for Nichols tent spikes. So got a little work to do today, but it's only about 9:15. I'm in good shape, and that's what it really looks like from here. Okay, I'm just showing you how steep and rocky this climb is right here. I am feeling better and better about choosing to do this little Slackpack down the hill. I just met Blazeman from outside of Orlando, Florida, and his brother-in-law Aquaman from Memphis, Tennessee. They were heading up the hill, and yeah, I am glad to be going down it. Here's a couple trees blooming with some more flowers, so spring is definitely starting here, which is nice, although it's in the low 40s now. It got cooler. Took a little bit of time for my Bluetooth thermometer to adjust. It was colder than I was telling you earlier. Now that I look at it, just took a little while to adjust getting out of the truck that drove me up here. But it's chilly, but it's nice. And holy cow, this is a lot of rocks, and I am glad to be going down it, not up it tomorrow with a full pack. And there's the river. I'm going to be walking right along that river in a second, so I'll show you some of that when we get there. All right, here we are walking along the French Broad River. Got to walk up here on about half a mile until I get to the bridge and head over into town. Just past, here's the rapids. Hopefully you can hear me. Just past 2020 going up the hill. Young guy that's moving like crazy. And then I just met Scribe, another young guy who is heading up. He's hiking for the first day in sandals, which is crazy to me. But he wanted to give it a try. He said he didn't feel like putting socks on today. So he's going to try this climb in sandals. Told him it's a pretty steep climb, first couple miles. He asked me if I wanted an orange. He had 3 of them, so he unloaded an orange on me to lighten his load. I am glad I did that going down. Gonna get to town and rest the legs. This water reminds me of walking along the Potomac right after Harper's Ferry. Had a similar vibe. This water's rushing a lot more than that was back when I did it. Crossing the French Broad River back into Hot Springs. It's getting windy today. As you guys see, partly cloudy, partly sunny. Gonna stop right there, get a coffee, see if they have a Danish, some kind of pastry, and see if the Wi-Fi works, because I'm having major Wi-Fi problems, and I've been trying to push a video up to YouTube for the last 18 hours and it won't go. I need a fast internet or I'm gonna run out of time to load some videos for you guys, so hopefully they got one here. We'll see. Okay, so I just left Artisan Cafe, sat there for like an hour doing some stuff. Had a couple nice cups of coffee, a nice muffin, and I'm still trying to load videos. I'm getting a little concerned that something's gonna go wrong here and I'm not gonna be able to get any up for a couple of days until maybe I get to Tennessee, which will stink. But I'm walking down. I'm walking downtown. There's the library. I'm gonna go to this outfitter now and see about my battery for my headlamp. And then I'm gonna head down to the inn, drop my stuff off, and walk up to Laughing Heart and see if I can find Nichols' stuff. So here's Wolf Mountain Outfitters. We're gonna go in here and check them out. And, I totally forgot, and I didn't realize that the headlamp also takes AAA batteries. So I bought a 4-pack of AAA batteries. I'll use those as a backup until I can see. Hey, Bachelor, what's up, buddy? So I can see if the battery charges or dries out a little bit more, so I can always use the AAAs as my backup. So I'm almost back to the Sunnybank Inn. Let me answer the would you rather. Would you rather have dinner with Han Solo or Indiana Jones? I think if I'm having dinner, not going out partying on the town, I would rather hang out with Dr. Jones. I think he would be very interesting. You could talk about all kinds of cool stuff. I think if you want to go out for a rousing night on the town and you go with Han Solo, you might get shot. You might get shot with both of them. They have people chasing them all the time. But I think you'd have a more interesting dinner conversation with Indiana Jones. You'd probably have more fun out partying with Han Solo. And of course he probably comes with Chewbacca, which would make it even more fun. So that's what I'm going with. I'm gonna call it a day here so I can go get my chores done. And I'm still trying to push these videos up onto the YouTube. Hopefully I get that done in the next 12 hours or so before I have to leave tomorrow. See ya.